Okay, Coach, we are in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. This was the scene a few minutes ago, the dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Wilson, and that is incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play, and who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Now it's Wilson, forced out to his left. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the 1st down marker. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 20.
Alert, 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 alert.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Mayfield now. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
180!
Drop deep, drop deep. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Watch out!
Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense.
Hey, alert, 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 alert!
Throwing, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Up, up!
One set. Check, Mike.
Watch out!
To throw, Mayfield. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Watch out!
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 40-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
What? 380! No test.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
At 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he's going to go down, but a penalty marker too, and they might very well have jumped the snap there. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the penalty now moves it up. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Ricky.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 20. Will take over, 1st and 10.
Good.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On 2nd down and 4. Mayfield looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Mayfield looks to throw, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mayfield with it once more. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go. He's coming. Double up, double up.
Following the penalty, Chubb. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 36, Mayfield. Dancing to his left. And that's incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Hey, alert, 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 alert! Hurry, hurry!
Mark 56.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
58 for Mike, 58.
To throw is Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Third and long. It's Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Olivier Vernon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Landry now on the return. No score after one on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
At the 34-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Regular.
From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, 84 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Tackle made by Ziggy Ansah.
The Browns opted not to pick a running back with their first 2 selections at number 1 and 4 in the 1st round. But they circled back in the 2nd round and got a really good one to Nick Chubb out of Georgia. Broke off a nice run there, and that's where he's good. Good vision, able to see where the hole is, and make nice gains each time he touches the ball.
Now this throw caught left side. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That's good for a Browns.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Switch gears. Out. Check 99.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Hey, watch it.
Real.
From the 44, Mayfield. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the 1st down.
56. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Here's Mayfield. Caught left side. It's Beckham. Call that a very strong gain of 24. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. He finds his target, Beckham. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carson. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
There. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right up. We go. And 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. I'm coming after you.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. That'll be caught by the rookie. It's Gary Jennings Jr. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
58 the Mike. 58 the Mike. 58 the Mike.
Now Wilson to throw on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
180.
56. I'm scared.
Hurry. Hey, alert 33.
56.
On 2nd and 9. Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in the zone.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. Then he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, alert 33. Don't be scared of it.
36.
King.
They'll try again with Chubb. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Run. Switch it.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Greedy Williams, the rookie from LSU. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Hey, alert 33.
He's checking.
Following the interception, Mayfield is going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. The intended receiver, Taywan Taylor, but it's going to be second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell. Hurry. Alert.
Mike's 50.
Now Mayfield. And this is complete on the comebacker. It's Landry. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Pistol. Check 3. Check 52.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And an alley to run. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. They run again on first down, Chubb. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Mike's 56. Tackles.
Real. Hurry. Hey, Delta.
Watch the screen.
Now on 2nd and 13, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Let's get it.
Good. 180.
Mike, 49. Hey, let's get that home.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Mayfield to throw it. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
The Seahawks take over. Let's go, boys. Let's go. At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. From the 22, Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 3rd down, it's Carson, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now Landry. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Completion left side to Miller. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
50 seconds to Mike.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, exit. Shit.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off inside the 10. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Landry, the intended target.
Their own 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
One left. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
58.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. The end result, 21 yards.
Let's go.
He gets his first catch there, but all in all, when you're talking about the #1 receiver in the NFL coming into this game, and we're just talking about the first catch there, I think they're doing a nice job of bottling him up.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Go, 14.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Look left.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
Alert.
Screen. Watch the ball. Screen. Watch screen. 58 to Mike. 58.
Now it's Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Pistol. Run.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's complete downfield out left to his running back. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
180. Let's go, Tyler. Let's go right here now. King. Hey, order.
First down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Watch out.
A second down throw for Mayfield. Buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. With a sack, it's Ziggy Ansah. You never want to give up a sack. And from the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. This is Carson, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Screen 80.
Let's go, D.
Hey, 0-0-0.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Okay, partner, hyperbole alert, all right? I think that this has got to be the best game I've seen this secondary play this entire season. Doesn't matter whether they've been in man, zone, they've reacted, communicated, and really made plays on the football.
They absolutely have. And the play on that last deep ball, maybe the best example of it, they've been solid all game long. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Gary Jennings, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point up and through by Myers, and that will get him 1 closer. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Mayfield down. Throw left side, taken in by Miller. 12 yards there and a first down. But probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Open man is Miller. He's got it. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Hurry, hurry! Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Bravo!
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield steps away to his left. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Check, check. First down. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Up, up. Hey, box drop, box drop.
From the gun, Mayfield. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw, Mayfield. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
You got nothing. Real. Mike, 55. Check.
Hurry!
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Hurry! Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Here we.
Run.
Mayfield on first down. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing again on second down. Mayfield escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Seibert able to knock this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Let's go.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete, and that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Check it out.
Hey, 0-0.
53's mine. 53's mine.
Yep. Watch the twist.
Let's go.
He's back to throw. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go. So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do in the 2-point conversion.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Browns drive about to get started. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A toss play to Chubb. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They run it again with Chubb. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
Let's go one more. Check 9, check 9. Switch. Okay.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. So everything rests now on the right foot of Austin Seibert. From the center of the field, this to win the ball game. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So it's not quite over yet, but you have to figure they pretty well got this one on ice now.
And Brandon, I'm trying to figure out how they remain so calm in these situations and then go out and execute, because I'm up here shaking like a leaf, and I wasn't the one who had to make that kick.
They look calm, but I bet if you had a heart rate monitor on him, it'd be up in the 300s right now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for Cleveland, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Seattle, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many milkers burning my dome like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it slow. I'm sturdy as hell, as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangsta and hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with the squad. I'm playing my part, but I'm LeBron. Wings of the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to the well. Don't worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk.